Welcome to the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT, I heard they broke Overwatch.
Oh my God, Jonas. Let's put this first, all right?
I know this is important to you because this game is near and dear to your heart.
All right, so a little bit of history. I am currently a Diamond 5 support in Overwatch, all right?
Okay.
I've been playing Overwatch.
Do you put that on your Tinder profile?
I mean, I could probably, I do occasionally. No,
Occasional.
I can probably get higher. I could probably get GM pretty easily. I have a pretty high game IQ when it comes to Overwatch, but I've been playing the game since it first came out. I literally have the beta. I think I might even use footage from it for a upcoming video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I just think it'd be funny to kind of throw it in there. But I've been playing since the beta. I've seen every iteration of this game, and just recently, they walked back a promise that they had given us 4 years ago as a gaming community.
They promised something was coming?
Okay, so Overwatch had promised to go to a PvE campaign. This campaign included all the characters from the game and skill trees and talent trees where you could change their abilities to do different things.
So like a Borderlands 3
Exactly.
of Overwatch, but not quite as in-depth open world, right? It wasn't going to be that.
See, I don't know. We don't know what level they were going to take it to because we saw nothing.
And that was like the basis of Overwatch 2 to begin with, right? Like that was like, because I could have swore you said back in the day, they're leaking Overwatch 2, they're going to have PvE, there's going to be a big campaign. Like I thought that was supposed to be what Overwatch 2 was.
That is the thing. That is what Overwatch 2 was supposed to be. That was the whole point.
Well, now they're making a bunch of money from microtransactions. They're selling $30 skins, bro.
Very true, very true. So the part that they're taking out is they're taking out the skill trees and they're taking out the different abilities. And honestly, it seemed a little overambitious when I was looking at it, and I'm looking at like you have like Diablo-like skill trees for these characters where it changes Reinhardt's thing from doing like regular slams to like he's freezing stuff, and like Diva's bomb is doing. I don't know. It was all kinds of stuff, but all we got to see was a tech demo basically for it 4 years ago, and it seems like the general consensus is that the demo wasn't very good.
Okay, I mean they had a couple PvE events that I played, and those weren't very good either.
And that's the thing is that, like, when they first came up with the idea of let's do this, it was because people had a thirst for the story, in which people still do. Because a lot of other popular video games, I'm looking at you, there's a, not WoW, it's the other one, Heroes of the Storm and Cyberpunk have both come out with very, very successful television shows.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah. The Cyberpunk anime show on Netflix, I hear, is very, very good. I've never seen an episode of it, but it even reinvigorated people's interest in the game to the point where the game, after the show came out, had higher selling than it did the first week that it came out. Of course, it was kind of messed up that first week. So people wanted that from Overwatch. We're not getting it. Do you know how good an Overwatch movie, an Overwatch series?
Oh, wait till people stop spending money on it. That's when they'll put out the movie.
You're not even wrong. That's kind of what Cyberpunk did.
Yeah, they're like, oh, people aren't playing it anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, let's put out some like reminder stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. So they're taking out the skill trees, which is like the Diablo-like thing, and I don't know what extent they actually have done. Now, they have been working on this project for 4 years, so it seems to me that they have to have something.
I mean, they should put out what they got done.
And that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. They say that season 6, and right now we're on season 4, so another like 3 months.
6 months?
It's 3 months.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's only 6 weeks per season?
Yeah, I think, yes. I think a season's 2 months, and we're halfway through season 4, so yes.
Okay, cool.
Don't quote me on that. But either way,
right into the show and tell me he's wrong.
Either way, they're supposed to be releasing the first set of the stuff, and they're supposed to be doing an overhaul apparently to the system, make it really feel like an Overwatch 2. But in reality, it's like when Overwatch 2 first hit, people were like, "This is Overwatch 1. There's nothing different here." And I was sad because I was like, I want to go back to Overwatch 1, but it wasn't available because they took it away. And then I'm like, this game isn't as good as Overwatch 1 was.
Is it still that way?
I don't feel that way anymore.
Why won't they let you go back to the 6v6 so you can do that sometimes?
Nah, because they know that people it would
Want
split, it would split their community.
Oh, the versus the two tank maxis versus the versus the one tank maxi versus.
No, I mean it would if you had half your community playing Overwatch 1 and you had half your community playing your new IP with the microtransactions.
No. I mean they keep the same game, but they offer the 6v6. Like you could play, you can play either one. Like on the arcade when they would bring out like, remember when you could play any character? Like you can do that again. Like every so often have a 6v6 like special event. Like.
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. It wouldn't really fit. The game is kind of balanced for 5v5, and I understand that it's fine or whatever. It would feel really oppressive if you were to go to 6v6 with the two tanks, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the first time that I've ever been so invested with an IP where it's like I've been like listening and reading news on this, and I'm just like, yeah, man, they messed up.
You know what the first time that I was that invested in an IP was? When Destiny Season 2 came out and they ruined and took away all of my gear in 2 seconds, and I literally stopped playing video games after that. Like that was literally the moment that I can say that I stopped playing nearly as many video games as I played
when
then.
You were like, oh, my Galahorn does nothing for damage.
Yeah, like I played the game for the first expansion for 4 minutes, and everything I had spent stupid amount of time collecting was worthless. And like I had a green gun that was better than that in 2 seconds, and I was just like, oh, and it was funny because I was naive, I was ignorant. Everyone who knew better was like, yeah, welcome to MMOs. That's what happens. And I was and I'm like, so you spend your whole life for like 6 months or a year getting all the good stuff, and then immediately it's all worthless.
I mean, okay, so look, I know I can understand why you hate that, but on the same note, it's like, wouldn't you get bored if you just had the best stuff in like a month? And
no, because I worked my ass off to get the good stuff. That's what I wanted. I tried to get all the good stuff, and I had it, and I was happy.
The fun part was working your ass off. Now you have to work. Yeah.
I tried forever to get my ex-wife a Galahorn, and it just didn't happen, bro. It was a lot of work.
It's about the journey and not the destination.
Well, I journeyed myself right into turning my Xbox off.
I mean, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I stopped playing Destiny when that shit happened too, because it irked me. So I'm on the same boat.
You played for a lot longer than I did, but you did play. You started playing a hell of a lot less. Because, like, me and you, we played the first part of Destiny a zillion million times. And then, after that first thing, like, yeah, you still played a lot more than me. But by the time the third one came out, you weren't even really playing it much anymore either. And I would jump on and be like, yeah, let me play this one thing. Or can you guys Sherpa me through the whatever?
I used to love it, man. I used to love just doing raids and, like, getting randos in the raids and just being good and stuff. And then, you know, it got...
Well, and then Destiny 2 came out, and that game was trash. When it came out.
It's a lot better now.
It is, dude, and there's been a couple times since then that we've like been like, let's just go out and do some strikes. And I'm like, wow, this game is a fun game.
That is very true.
But I'm not going to play the game for I still probably will play Crucible. I like the PvP.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of PvP in Destiny. Maybe that's part of it too.
Oh, I loved it. It was like Halo on steroids.
I don't know, man. Something about it just got a little bit too much. And it's so funny because I love Overwatch PvP. But I hated Destiny PvP.
Yeah, you never wanted to play it, but you would play with us.
I think the thing about it was it's like everybody has a different gun.
And everybody has a different ability.
Everybody has a different gun. The abilities are fun. Like those you can mitigate for. Can you be like, oh, look, there's a Titan or there's a Warlock. Or you know what abilities they had, what they could have. So, but you had no idea what guns they had. And that part. And there was so many different guns. And then it's like, okay, what ability do I have to watch out for with this gun? And who is it attached to? Too many, I don't know, a little bit
too many variables of like, yeah. You can't strategize as well. And yeah, that makes sense.
He got the heavy. I don't know if he has a sword or a rocket launcher.
So yeah, you're right. Oh, I forgot about that. You could have a sword or wow.
Yeah, man, it was. I don't know, man. Something about that game just the PvP just didn't work with me. I'd never been to the where was it when you did the Trials of Osiris?
Oh yeah, dude. I
never made it to the lighthouse. Man.
I didn't either, bro.
I never made it.
I ain't getting that deep.
I never did.
I am not getting that deep. Trials of Osiris was fun for a minute, but then all the tryhards were hanging out, dude. And I'm not.
And I'm a tryhard. I don't know if you know this about me, but I understand my limitations, man. And Destiny was my limitations. I was 100% strikes, man.
Well, anyways,
I hope they can fix Overwatch.
They will.
I hope so.
They've done a lot. Microsoft's going to help.
I do love the game.
Yeah, so, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to thecrazytown.com for Jonas.
TNT.
We out.